In this lesson, I'm going to show you how to play the song Great Are You Lord by All Sons and Daughters. So it's 4 chords. This song, the original song, is in the key of A. So we would just put the capo here on the 2nd fret, and then we're going to play these chords. So 4 chords, we need the G chord. Then we need this C chord. Then the E minor chord, and then this D chord, which you can do this D on the screen, you can do that D major, kind of that country D there. Also for this song, this C-shaped D chord, so we just have our C major, we slide that up 2 frets, 1, 2, that turns into a really nice D chord. So I did a lesson on this one a while ago. I'll link it up top if you need help on it. So you could do any of those D chords, and those would be totally good for this song. And that's pretty much it. So if you want to play along with the original song, put the capo on the 2nd fret, play those chords and play the chords that I'm about to show you, the chord progressions. But for this song, just for this lesson, I'm going to take the capo off and just play those chords up here. No capo, just it's a little bit lower, so it's just a little bit easier for me to just kind of talk and sing through some of these parts. So the song, it's in 6/8 timing, so it's just going to be 1 2 3 4 5 6 1 2 3 4 5 6. So when we're counting the down strums, that's kind of, when you hear me counting the down strums, that's what I'm going to be counting. I'm going to be counting to 6. So the whole song, all the way up until basically the first verse, the first chorus, then the instrumental, then the 2nd verse is just a repeat of the first verse, and then the chorus again. Everything's the same until we get to the bridge. So the chord progression is going to be C, E minor, D. So strumming wise, you know, it would sound something like this if we were just doing all down strums. You give life, you are love, bring light to the darkness, you give hope, you restore every heart that is broken. And great are you, Lord. You do that same thing for the chorus. So let me count the down strums, and then I'll get into maybe a little bit of a different, more flowy strum pattern. So if we're doing that, it's going to be you give 1 2 3 4 5 6 1 2 3 4 5 6 1 2 3 5 6 1 2 3 4 5 6 1 2 4 5 6 1 2 3 4 5 6 1 2 3 5 6 1 2 3 4 5 6. So just 6 on the C, 6 on the E minor, and then 12 on the D. So you can go on that D, na, 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 to that D, just that D major. Sounds kind of nice. So that would be, if you didn't really know how to begin strumming, that would be a really basic pattern. What I would normally do when I play this song is I play it really just kind of open and flowy, kind of like this. You give life, you are love, you bring light to the darkness, you give hope, you restore every heart that is broken. Great are you, Lord. It's your breath then that gets into the chorus. Let me show you that strumming. Just really kind of nice and open and flowy in this song. So. So down, up, 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 down, up. So those are a couple of different strum patterns you could use. And again, that chorus, it's the same thing. So I'll just sing through it. You can do just the down strums. You can do that strumming pattern. It's your breath in our lungs, so we pour out our praise, pour out our praise. It's your breath in our lungs. So you kind of get it just nice and flowy, and we're not doing anything aggressive or like, you know, rigid. Really nice and just kind of that flowy 6/8 timing. So before we get into the bridge, let me just, if you wanted to finger pick just the beginning of the song, really, really nice, you could do something super easy like this. You give life, you are love, you bring light to the darkness, you give hope, you restore every heart that is broken. Great are you, Lord. So I'm in my finger picking position over here on the right hand side. I won't have the time in this lesson to go through every single thing finger picking wise. So I've done a bunch of lessons before. I'll link some of those up top and in the description below, just giving you just a really good breakdown of my position here finger picking wise. But Cliff Notes version, this thumb is going to be assigned to the top 3 strings, depending on the bass note of the chord. And then we have this pointer finger here on the G string, middle finger right below that on the B string, and then we have our ring finger on that high E string, just kind of stabilizing things, and then also picking on this D chord. So for this C, I'm just going right down the pike, as I call it. So thumb, thumb, pointer, middle. Bass note changes here. Thumb, thumb, pointer, middle. Now we're going to that D. And then if you know, getting into that chorus, if you wanted to bring that pattern back up the strings, you could do this. So just a couple of ideas if you wanted to finger pick that, maybe that first verse, the first chorus. So then the instrumental leading into the bridge. So we can do this a couple of different ways. We can either just play this straight G chord to the C, back to the G, or if we wanted to throw in this G sus chord to make it sound a little bit more like the recording. So it would be something like this. And all the earth will shout your praise, our hearts will cry, great are you, Lord. And all the earth will shout your praise, our hearts will cry, these bones will sing. Are you, Lord? So the strumming is going to be the same. It's going to be that down, up, down, up, down, up, I think. Yep. So there's a couple of things we can do on this G sus chord. I'm not going to go through every single thing for the G sus. I've done a lesson on this before. I'll link it up top. You know, you could do it like this G, all the earth will shout, and then that's a little bit easier to get that G sus. And then you can just do that C, the C major. Great are you, Lord, just because it's your fingers are right there anyways after that G sus, so you might as well just do that C instead of going to this C9. So you could do that. If you wanted to, just make your regular G here. It's kind of the cheater way that I get to that G sus while keeping my pinky as kind of like my bass foundation here to get back easily to that C chord, is I just have my regular G, and then I take my pointer finger off, take my ring finger off, and just play that open G. And then I grab that G sus with the pointer. So this is the same thing as this. I'm just using the middle finger instead of the ring finger. So it's just easier to get back. Our hearts will listen. That ring finger's right there. See, so I'm just gonna put it right there. Great are you, Lord. Just that's a G, right? So I just got the middle finger there. Same thing as that. So, I mean, you could do, and then lastly, if you wanted to just play that G chord without anything fancy, just do that. And all the earth will shout your praise, our hearts will cry, these bones will sing, great are you, Lord. All the earth will shout your praise, our hearts will cry, these bones will sing, great are you, Lord. It's your breath, goes back into the chorus, in our lungs. So you're really gonna start building that bridge up there a little bit, kind of get into some of those bass notes there, kind of listening to that drum, following the drummer. So, and then yeah, I think you just do that chorus maybe once or twice at the end. And then, yeah, I think that's how they do it on the recording. You can do it any way you want. If you want to go back to the bridge, go back to the bridge. You know, do that chorus a bunch of times, end it softly with some finger picking. So I'll have the chords for this, the chord chart for this on my Patreon page, which I'll link in the description down below. You can print them off, download them into a PDF, make a bunch of notes, up, down, any strumming that you need to make on there. Feel free to do that, PDF, or you print it out. yeah, and if you have any questions, let me know, leave a comment, and I'll catch you guys in the next one. Love you, bye.